Now a group of Bahamian artists teaming up for a worthy cause. They are lending their voices to impact climate change and assist persons affected by Hurricane Dorian. They have teamed up to produce the One World Climate Disaster Healing Song. The group includes Bahamian music icons like Sweet Emily to reggae singer Willis Knowles to rapper Bodine Johnson. In studio with us this morning to talk about the new healing song are Sweet Emily Williams and Brand and Communications Director Nikki Saddleton. Ladies, welcome to the Morning Edition.
Well, thank you for having us. Thank you.
So, Nikki, we'll start with you. Talk us a little bit about the reasons or the influence behind this particular song.
Yeah, I mean, I was working with a Bahamian producer, Pero Grande. We were working on a branding project together, and the hurricane hit the Bahamas, and we reached out to each other and said, how can we help? And the natural progression was to let's combine our talents. And he was here to kind of, help Bahamian artists kind of launch careers anyway. So we said, why not create a song? Let's do something. Let's give back. And he's got a very distinct process. He works with a live orchestra to record every instrument. So, we knew we were in for kind of a lengthy process, and we had to fundraise to kind of fund every step of the way. But we always knew it was going to be a kind of Bahamian, we are the world, with a climate change message.
What kind of preparation can you say went into, I guess, getting the song off the ground?
Well, I mean, this is new to me, and the process was incredible from start to finish, the amount of detail that's involved. But we flew to Toronto. We had the Toronto Symphony Orchestra, and Pero composes each element for each instrument. So we went through all day long recording all the different instruments and then observing how they're layered together and the mixing with the engineers, and it was phenomenal. It was absolutely amazing.
How long did it take?
It took us, we spent a whole day in the studio in Toronto. He went back, I think, for an extra day to do more editing, mixing, engineering. And then we came back to Nassau, and we spent a day at the Sanctuary with the 24 Bahamian artists.
And speaking of recording and the 24 recording artists, Sweet Emily, I know you have a part to play in this particular song. Talk to us a little bit about your role.
Well, my role in the whole song was just to be one of the featured artists that is on the song, amongst 23 others. All of the artists were actually selected by Pero Grande, who is the producer. And the producer is Bahamian. Pero is Bahamian. And the song was written by our very own Anwar McDonald, who is also Bahamian, and both of them live in Canada. But I just got a call one day. Someone hit me up and said, we need your voice on the vocalist. We want your vocals on. Just put on your phone, send it to us. And I think what Pero was trying to create was to have persons from different genres in the Bahamas, Bahamians who come from doing different types of music to be featured on the song, and to bring together not only the black artists, but the white Bahamian artists, and some of them I never met before. So coming together with all of these artists, including persons like Mandisa, we have Bodine, we have Judah the Lion, myself, you have other names like Anya Bow, some people know her, we have the Carissa Smith, a whole array. Of course, you can go on Facebook, you can go on Instagram and check out all the names. We are posting daily, so it's really an effort that most of us were flabbergasted by it. It just blew us out of the water, just the whole process of it.
Why was it so important for Bahamian artists to take part in a song that's raising awareness of climate change in the wake of Hurricane Dorian?
I think it's important because I think we in the Bahamas, we have been making strides, as we see around the world in sports. We've been making strides in other areas. But I think music, for me, I can speak for myself, that Bahamians don't get that opportunity every day to be broadcasted internationally. And it was important because the project is really directed not only for the Bahamas, but it is directed through climate change with the message to reach persons all over the world. It's with a global message. And so it gives all of us the opportunity to be exposed. It gives some artists who had never recorded in the studio before. We have artists as young as 13 years old, up to my age. I'm over 50, I'm over the hill. So it was very important, I think, for us to come together and do this from a Bahamian standpoint. And the fact that the world was watching based on the devastation that we saw through Dorian, I think it will give the Bahamas, it will showcase what we have here. Not only the fact that we go through disasters like everybody else because of climate change, but because we have much talent here.
And what can we expect from you? I know we haven't heard from you in a while.
Well, listen. Well, as a matter of fact, I had to push back my project about a week to February 14th, I'll be releasing my new Junkanoo song that is produced and written by our very own, probably one of the best I name in our country, Fred Ferguson, who wrote a song called Good to Be Back. And that was written out of the fact that I had expressed myself many times, even after leaving the scene and going into the gospel scene, that I wanted to make more of a contribution to Bahamian music. I felt as if I have felt this deep calling and this pull towards doing more from a cultural point of view. And I think we've lost some of our cultural, the pull that we used to have when it was the Ronnie Butler, the Emily, the KB and those. And we see a lot of good and young artists coming up, but I feel as if we've lost some of the cultural music in the messages that we sing, because we really tell stories. If you listen to most of my songs, I'm a storyteller. We talk about what we experience in the Bahamas. We talk about good old times, the worst of times, the best of times. I talk about experiences that we have all around the Bahamas. So I have that song will be coming out on the 14th of February, will be released. And listen, that's pure Junkanoo. When I say pure Junkanoo, I was shocked. I don't think I've ever done, apart from Queen of Junkanoo and some of the other songs I did, this one has more of a Junkanoo effect, because when you hear it, I think I told Fred, I said, I love the sound of the tuba. You can really hear the tuba. I've never done a song, I think, that had really featured the tuba in it, but you get that real Junkanoo sound. It sounds like, if you turn it up loud enough, it sounds like you're on Bay Street, really, and it just has my voice in there, talking about how good it is to be back. My love is really about a love story between Sweet Emily and my fans who say they miss me so much, and it's good to be back.
And Nikki, you could talk to us about the message of this climate healing song. What kind of message are you guys willing to send or wanting to send out to the Bahamian public?
It's a message of unity and hope. It really is. And it's also a message about coming together in these turbulent times. And I think really, in terms of climate change, we don't know what's coming. We don't know. I mean, just look at yesterday with the earthquake. I mean, we couldn't believe we were talking about that yesterday. So we don't know what's around the corner. So the message is simple. We've got to work together, whether it's our country, our region, the world. You know, we are one world. You know, Australia with their bushfires and Venice and their flooding. I mean, we have to work together. We have to share knowledge. We have to make sure that we're communicating, and the lyrics of the song are meant to be universal, so anybody in any kind of tragedy can feel uplifted and start to heal and just feel that love, you know. And I think the artists themselves really projected all of that love for their countrymen through those lyrics, and so it's going to be the way they projected.
Better than to heal the world.
Get the tissues, yeah, get the tissues.
And when can, I guess, the song be released?
The song will be released on February 6th. It will be online. It will be on all the regular streaming, iTunes, Spotify, YouTube. We're encouraging people to purchase the song because we want the proceeds to go towards helping rebuild the country. We're going to look at environmental issues, and we're going to look at education and children. And you know, we've created a foundation to assess the need and to distribute the funds. So what we need is the song to go global. So then the proceeds will be bigger and bigger, and we can do much more with them. So we're really encouraging Bahamians and residents and anybody, you know, anybody, again, climate disaster victims, anybody affected, you know, please purchase the song and help it go global.
Where can persons purchase?
It's going to be it will be on our website that we're launching, and it'll be on the various YouTube channels. So we'll have on our Facebook page exactly where you can go. So if you like our page and you stay tuned to Instagram and Facebook, One World Bahamas. So if you like everything, then we'll put all the information on there. We can go and download all the links.
Nikki Saddleton, Sweet Emily, thank you ladies so much for joining us here on Youth on a Mission, and best of luck on the new song.
Thank you.
Thank you ladies so much.